Mushy mushy peeps, it's Christopher Lund.
It all starts here. Welcome into Game 1 in the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Suns as they enter play. They've got home court advantage here to begin the playoffs. Crucial in a one-game series.
And you've heard about one-and-dones in college basketball. But this is a real one-and-done. A one-game series. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Got to put it all out there on the line here tonight.
Doesn't get the bounce. Booker. Devin Booker in his own desert. No one in sight, and he takes advantage.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Offensive board. Count it.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
They're in position for the jump ball. Lee with the basketball. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Now the Suns come up with the steal. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out and cut like that, but that was nice.
Burke with it. 8-2 our score. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Count the basket inside. Burke with it. 10-2 the score. Missed a wide-open look. Devin Booker.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Lets it fly from long range. That misses with 3 seconds left. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round of the West Playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
When the ball's in his hands, We all knew what was going to happen.
Dallas owns the basketball. Cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. They don't want to lose this possession. Let's see what they can do with the jump. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Dallas has it. It was right there.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Michael Porter Jr. above the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Deep three at the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Orlando, and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Suns dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Field goals.
The Dallas Mavericks just couldn't get any of their shots to go in those first 2 quarters. They desperately need someone to step up and catch fire for them in the second half. Most of their bricks were laid in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Cold.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Right down Broadway, 4-2.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive ends.
Cleaning the offensive glass. The follow won't go either. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Burke with it. 14-point deficit. Enes Kanter snatching it out of the air. And the finish at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Fires the three. Had to force that one, but it's no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Suns control the possession. Cruises inside for two.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Burke with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. No, I missed a short one there. Kristaps Porzingis swats it. Nearly got that one to go. Long key from 3/4 court. There's the buzzer. 3/4 complete. The Suns dominating so far. Dallas with the basketballs. We begin the 4th quarter, and not a whole lot you could do in this situation other than give it your best shot.
And players don't like to hear this, Ed, but the reality of the matter is this is a character-building opportunity. Yes, you may lose this game, but that does not mean that you do not fight each and every possession.
Short jumper stays out. Oh, and a putback.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense licked
The possession. Enes Kanter sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Short jumper won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Burke with it. Down a bundle. Karl Anthony Towns. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
From long range. had to rush that one, and it's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Burke with it. His guys down big. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
It's Suns ball. For three, he got it off in time, but that shot no good. It's the Suns with the victory. And they're moving on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns have advanced to the next level, but the goal remains the same: win an NBA championship. Little by little, these guys are doing it one by one. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored to the Phoenix Suns. The Mavericks weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure. Check out the leading scores for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Who was gold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
The second round starts here. It's the Western Conference semifinals. Game 1 on EA Sports. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the back-to-back defending NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Suns as they enter play. They have the benefit of being at home in this one-game series. That is always a plus.
And you've heard about one-and-dones in college basketball. But this is a real one-and-done. A one-game series. Winner goes on, loser goes home. You got to put it all out there on the line here tonight.
Lets it fly from long range. Not easy.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Curry with the ball. Steph Curry missed his first. That one goes.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And the finish at the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Knocked loose. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Gets to the basket and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Warriors basketball. Here comes the screen. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
And the bucket's good for DeMarcus.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Curry. It's good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Count the basket at the rim. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Jay and I return in a moment. You're tuned into the Western Conference semifinals on EA Sports. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire, but Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line, we got to fight, we got to continue to compete, get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
From the painted area, won't go down. Another follow, no good. Another follow, still no good.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
Nice finish at the rim.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Kevin Durant has it. Short jumper misses.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Booker. Look out, Devin Booker. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
And his Cantor above the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Durant with the basketball up top. Trailing by 10. Nothing going here on that drive. No good, and no foul.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's what...
Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish, and the first half has come to an end. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Suns have built a comfortable lead, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets for the Phoenix Suns. The Warriors have yet to appear after one half of basketball. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Field goals. Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
It's Cole.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Suns control the possession. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Durant across the timeline, trailing by 14. From the outside, no good. Cashes in for 2. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. It's Curry controlling the offense. And scores.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
I got him. Here we go.
Nice pass to set things up.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Picked up. Here we go. He gets it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Durant with the basketball up top. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. Driving right to the basket. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Give him 2 points. High percentage. Desperation shot here from half court. That ends the third quarter. The Suns lead it big. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
They're in position. Let's see who can retain it. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Curry buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Draymond Green. Huge block. Drive here, but the shot stays out. For 3. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Going to launch beyond the arc. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To the basket goes Curry, but his shot stays out. Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
It goes down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Easy path to the rim. counted at the rim. Deep three at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A three at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns have cause to celebrate tonight, but not too much. They have plenty work to do this offseason. Check out the leading scores to the Phoenix Suns. The Warriors were eliminated from the playoffs today, and I'm sure there are no words that can make them feel better right now. Making the playoffs can be considered a success, but that's probably not what they want to hear right now. Check out the leading scores for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Field goals.
The Phoenix Suns were allowed a few missteps because of how much better they shot the ball when compared to the opposition. They were rewarded for their accuracy for sure.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
This is the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team. getting set to match up with a very formidable opponent. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, this crowd is hyped, and you look at their guys coming in. They appear to be fired up and ready to go. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one.
And you've heard about one-and-dones in college basketball. But this is a real one-and-done. A one-game series. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Got to put it all out there on the line here tonight.
Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Shot from the lane won't go. Ball across the timeline. Just getting going here in game one. Markieff Morris swats it. It's Suns ball. Lets it fly from long range. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Baseline drive. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had to force that one, but it's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Suns control the possession. And count the basket inside.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
James Harden fires for two. Deep two there. Won't go. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in game one. Jay and I return in a moment. This is the Western Conference Finals on EA Sports. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Harden, wide open look, won't go.
These shots aren't falling, Ed, because these guys keep fading on all their jumpers up and down in the same spot.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Ball into the front court. 8-0 is the score. From the painted area, won't go down. And scores.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Ah, rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Eric Gordon with the block. Harden in possession. They find themselves down 10. Nice pass to get things going.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Paul into the front court. Trailing by 10. And a throwdown. Got it. Long key from three-quarters court. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. From long range, had to rush that one, and it's no good. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
And the Suns secure the rebound. The drive, right to the basket. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Paul with it up top. 14-point deficit. And counted at the rim.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old, simple, bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
And he finishes at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here's Harden with the rock. On the basket, but his shot won't go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
James Harden, and he drains it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Count the basket inside.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now Paul with the basketball. Trailing by 14. Nothing going here on that drive. James Harden. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. The Suns lead it big. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And not a whole lot you could do in this situation other than give it your best shot.
And players don't like to hear this, Ed, but the reality of the matter is this is a character-building opportunity. Yes, you may lose this game, but that does not mean that you do not fight each and every possession.
Fires the three. Man, that was a tough shot.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
A pass stolen by Phoenix. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Paul, he got it off in time, but that shot no good. Count the basket at the rim.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Enes Kanter rejects it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Count it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
No good. Enes Kanter, not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2. Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Suns with the victory. They are champions of the Western Conference. They're on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns will represent the West in the NBA Finals after today's landmark victory. After a season of adversity, it all comes down to one last playoff series. And I just know it's going to be incredible. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored to the Phoenix Suns. The Rockets were hoping for a different postseason future, but now it's about what-ifs of the past. The reality of the offseason is now upon them. The Rockets got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Game track. Field goals.
The Houston Rockets were terrible with their shooting, and I'm pretty sure that's not news to anyone that's out there. What will become news, however, is if their poor shooting starts to create turmoil within the team. They really dug themselves a hole in the first half.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.
Hey, it's Coach Johnny from Handle Life. The one filled it up last night, getting bucket after bucket after bucket. Let's check it out. Highlights. That's not just talent. Scoring like that takes a lot of practice. Coach dribbled too much, and I'm out.